Yesterday, Biden said there's nothing we can do to control the trajectory of COVID for the next few months. Nothing we can do. While Fauci is saying, I mean, I don't mean to laugh. This is an awful, awful virus, and people have suffered mightily. I'm not trying to mock this, but Dr. Fauci has literally said 2 masks are better than 1. Like I said yesterday, I have a hard enough time putting 1 mask on and taking it off. Now we're supposed to put 2 masks on? What about 4 masks? Would 4 masks be better than 2? I mean, I'm not kidding you. Saint Fauci, the guy that is now still running the show with Biden, who was trashing Trump last week. Fauci is not missing any opportunity to trash the former president. Oh, I was muzzled. I wasn't allowed to go on Rachel Maddow. Oh, my gosh. You weren't allowed to go on Rachel Maddow? I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope you can recover, Dr. Fauci. You weren't able to go on Rachel Maddow's show. Oh, no. What a catastrophe. You know, bad-mouthing the Trump administration while now saying, I kid you not, 2 masks are better than 1. Now we're going to see people trying to put on 2 masks because 2 masks are better than 1, which again, I'm always of the mindset, let me do better than the standard. So I guess I got to try to put on 4 masks because I got to believe 4 masks is better than 2. Right, Dr. Fauci?
A lot of folks are hearing now about double masking, wearing 2 masks or trying to get one of those N95 medical grade masks. Do you believe that that's advisable and makes a difference?
You know, it likely does because, I mean, this is a physical covering to prevent droplets and virus to get in. So if you have a physical covering with 1 layer, you put another layer on, it just makes common sense that it likely would be more effective. And that's the reason why you see people either double masking or doing a version of an N95.
I hate to break it to you, there ain't nothing that's making common sense coming from this country on the issue of coronavirus or vaccines. Now, all of a sudden, a friend of mine pointed out, oh, now we're starting to see a decrease in numbers. Yeah, I'll bet we are. I'll bet we are. Now that the Biden administration is getting its sea legs, I'll bet we'll start seeing numbers going down. Yeah. The deaths are going to start to decrease, which incidentally, I pray for that. I pray for it constantly without ceasing, that we can get over this. But it's going to be very hard not to be cynical about decreasing numbers suddenly that are going to be dutifully reported on by the COVID tracking project and Reuters and the AP and all of the breathless media. So 2 masks are better than 1. Huh. CNN's reporter asked Jen Psaki if the administration, the Biden administration, knows how many vaccines we have. There's this whole question about who's getting vaccinated, how you get it, where you get it. I'm waiting. I'm a 60-year-old man in good health. I guess I got to wait a long time. You got to be elderly. You got to be, I think, famous, real famous. But you can't be famous in the wrong circles. You can't be like conservative media famous. They don't care. You just hold on. But if you're like a baseball player, a movie star, I guess you get, I don't know how any of this works. Got to be work in a grocery store. You can get a vaccine, I guess. And listen, grocery store workers are admirable and noble. They're out there on the front lines. Teachers, they're on the front lines, except for the ones who don't want to be on the front lines because their union doesn't want them to go back into the classroom. So those aren't maybe quite so noble. You know, the ones that are staying home and shutting down school districts. School districts are saying, listen, it's safe. You can come back. We're sanitizing. We're doing about, no. I can't. Even Biden yesterday said, oh, you can't blame teachers. They want to teach. They just want to be safe. So I don't know that they get the vaccine. If you stay home, because you won't go, you refuse to go to the classroom because your union leader is telling you it's not safe. I'm not sure you're eligible for a vaccine ahead of some 67-year-old woman who wants to get one down the street. I don't know. Just me. Just call me crazy. Here's the Biden administration really on top of COVID and this vaccination rollout. The media will never question this.
Yesterday, the CDC director said she could not say how much vaccine there was left to go out. I know it's complicated what's being shipped and distributed and actually injected, but is there at least a ballpark amount that officials are aware of how much vaccine there is?
Well, our team is working right now. We've been here for 5 days to evaluate the supply so that we can release the maximum amount while also ensuring that everyone can get the second dose on the FDA recommended schedule. So the confusion around this issue, which we acknowledge there is some confusion, is speaks to a larger problem, which is what we're inheriting from the prior administration, which is much worse than we could have imagined. So we are assessing now what we have access to and ensuring that we have more of a rapid engagement with states so that they have more of a heads up on what to expect in the weeks ahead.
You know what's even funnier than her ridiculous non-answer is the question. Can we play the question part again? Now, picture a CNN reporter being this deferential to a Trump administration official. Listen to the CNN reporter, how she's just trying so hard. First of all, I know it's complicated, Jen. I know this is tricky. So forgive me for asking this. Is there like a ballpark? Can you throw us a bone about how much vaccine? Listen to the question again.
Yesterday, the CDC director said she could not say how much vaccine there was left to go out. I know it's complicated what's being shipped and distributed and actually injected, but is there at least a ballpark amount that officials are aware of how much vaccine there is?
I mean, is there just a ballpark? Please, Jen. I know this is hard stuff. You guys have only been on the job for 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. He's signed about 9,000 executive orders. Biden has signed more executive orders than ever in history, apparently, than anybody. Obama, Trump, way more. We got to undo everything we can do as quickly as possible, but we don't know how much vaccine we have for the American people who desperately need it. Got it. Good job. Good job.